Hey guys, I'm Steph.
And I'm Richard. Question from Halo86. Question, it was mentioned that gender roles are not as strict in Korea, seeing that it is accepted for men to be stylish, wear pink, and put on makeup. How is it for Korean women? Do they always have to dress and carry themselves in a feminine way? Or are they allowed to rock styles that are not as gender specific?
Halo, that's an ice cream from the Philippines. It's kind of like pot bingsu.
Really?
Yeah.
Halo?
Halo. I think that's how you pronounce it.
How common do you think it is for women to dress outside of the norm in Korea?
I think that it's not very common. I think that I am part of the minority, even though I'm not actually Korean. Girls wearing styles as short as mine, not very common.
No, but as they get older they do, out of convenience maybe. During the summer months, for example, it's maybe warmer, so they cut their hair short.
Are you calling me an ajumma?
No!
Because as they get older, they cut their hair short, and yeah, usually they perm it.
But we're not talking about you, we're talking about Korean women. I feel like there's a particular pressure on women to conform to a certain norm, and the majority of them are doing it. Like what you're seeing in K-pop videos is not the norm, and 99.9% of what you see on the street in Korea is not what you see when you turn on the internet.
I don't understand.
What do you mean you don't understand?
So K-pop is not the norm. The norm on the street is not what you see on the internet.
Right, the majority of people are dressing very casual, very conforming. Like the majority of women, if they're not sure what purse to get, they get the Louis Vuitton purse. Like how many times have you seen the Louis Vuitton purse?
Yeah, when I first got to Korea, it was all the Louis Vuitton purse.
It still is, are you kidding me?
Really? I see less and less Louis Vuitton as I go out and about.
Look, teenage, early 20s, girls that maybe graduate university and have their own job before they get married, they might branch out, be a little bit more exotic, try out different things. But as they get into their 30s, they're almost all doing the same thing. The majority of them are not starring in Korean dramas or making their own videos. Therefore, when they go out in public, normal skirt, normal blouse, normal hair, maybe they dye it a little bit.
I can kind of agree with what you're saying. You do see a certain standard of dress with skirts and blouses and really nice, freakishly tall high heels. And yes, you do see a select number of hairstyles that are more common. Actually, if you want to take that to the extreme, when I worked at the college, I would go into the hairdressers there and the flight attendants would go in and the senior girls would choose the hairstyles of the younger girls.
Wow.
And they had like 3 styles to choose from.
Now why was that? Was that because you could get your hair done for free on campus?
I don't think that you could get it done for free. It was for a reduced price, but I think it was just the reduced price plus the fact that they could put the pressure on to be like, you're getting your hair cut like this. You know?
That's a little risque.
I think that there is a certain standard because you do have a lot more uniform dress. Like a lot of your jobs and businesses, they have company uniforms, which you don't see as much. Like for example, in the USA where we currently are, you see a lot more of that in Korea.
Whenever I see someone who has, say, your hair color or a certain different hair color other than lightening of the normal black hair, I always sort of stop and take a look and think, I wonder what they're doing. I wonder what their story is, because it is more unique there than it is here.
You don't see as many crazy hair colors. You don't really see tattoos as much. You don't see as much like crazy outlandish fashion unless you're in the younger areas of Seoul.
And why do you think that is?
You know, conforming to society. Once you become a certain age, you want to be respectable. You're dressing for your parents, you're dressing for your spouse, you're dressing for your kids and for your friends.
And don't you also think that women have more pressure on them than men in most facets of society in Korea?
Yeah, I think women in general have more pressure than men on a global scale.
Unfortunately.
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 But a big part of that is how you look as a girl.
Yeah, and in Korea it's extremely important to present a certain way in public, and most people are going in public almost every day.
And you want to be respectable. But that being said, there actually is one thing I like about Korea and dress in Korea that isn't as acceptable here, and that is you can wear crazy mismatch patterns if you want, and if you want to be a little bit crazy and off the wall, but more than that, you can wear girly things. I think there comes a point in time where growing up in the USA, there's the little girl style and then there's the, oh, I have to be mature. But in Korea, I see older ladies with cute animal barrettes and flowers in their hair, you know, like flowery, flowy, flouncy skirts. And I think it's really cute. I like to wear bows in my hair.
And you're not alone, apparently.
The K-pop look is not something that you would see on the street, for example.
You might, but most people no.
No, but the drama, you'll actually see a lot of the styles, knockoff styles that you see in dramas. The big difference is dramas are a lot more white and bright and ultra colorful, where you see more muted toned down versions on the street in Korea. But the style is actually generally the same, especially with like the 30-something-year-old office attire. You see a lot of that on the streets.
Yeah, K-pop and K-drama is not the same thing when it comes to fashion.
No, not at all. K-pop is like, let me draw attention to myself, use all the colors and wear the shortest skirts.
It's almost like higher up the food chain you go, the more outrageous you must dress.
I have to say though, going with the whole gender bending thing, in Korean dramas, if a girl goes and does the whole cut her hair short, dresses a guy, she's automatically assumed to be a guy and everybody thinks that she is a guy. That is not the case in Korea. You actually do see occasionally girls who chop their hair short, wear boyish clothes, boyish fashion, and walk down the street.
Do people think that that's a boy?
No. Do I occasionally get asked if I'm a boy? Yes, but it's usually by like 4- and 5-year-olds who just think it's funny. They're like, 여자, 남자, 여자, 남자.
I thought it was funny too, by the way, for the record. That was funny.
I will say you are seeing more and more with the younger generation, people with like different hair colors, temporary, mind you, usually.
No, but more outrageous hair colors than just lightening of the black color, right?
Yeah, like they have hair chalk now that you can buy, different fashion, punky things and gothic things, and you're finally seeing a lot more of it. So that's it for today's Life in Korea.
Yeah, there's a link right here to the blog post for more information on this subject. Also, if you have a question for us, drop a note down in the YouTube comments, also on our Facebook page, facebook.com/Hallyu Back, or on our blog in the comment section, HallyuBack.com.
And like this video, give it a big thumbs up! And subscribe, you guys, for Asian drama and Life in Korea videos.
That's it for today's Life in Korea. Experience it!
Hi!
Come say hi! Oh, look!
Oh! Hi.
Maki came all the way to Americas. Yeah, you're doing so good. She has a house like 6 times the size of our house in Korea to wander around in, so she's still exploring it.
And a yard with birds.
And a yard. Were you out in the yard today, huh? Oh.